Hello, I'm John Slaughter, and I would like to formally apply for the internship position at your family business consulting firm. I believe I possess the proper knowledge and background in organizational communication, and that I will be a great asset to you and your team. First, I'd like to begin by defining the type of culture that is most likely employed in a family-run business. I believe this culture type to be a collaborative or a clan. Um, These are defined by having very team-oriented tasking and very geared towards the employee working at the organization. These are very internalized and internally aimed organizations that don't seek as much outside influence as they do inside influence. This relates to a family-run business, and that the family looks to the family for ideas on decision making, how to run the business, and how employees are treated, and the guidelines around employee conduct. Now, one of the major things about organizational communication is the communication itself. While a family-run business and a not family-run business both have the same avenues of communication available to them. These are avenues of communication such as email, face-to-face, cellular devices, and mass messaging. And pretty much any style that a non-family run organization would have, family run organizations also have available to them. But it's how the organization uses these avenues of communication that really defines it. For example, a control hierarchy organization would use a lot of mass messaging. It would use a lot of email to contact all the different employees and tell them about varying policies and plans of the organization. Whereas in a family-run organization, it would be much more face-to-face and informal. Another major thing about a family-run business is the style of management, in which I would suggest, personally, to use the involvement style. This is where everyone can sit down, there's free expression of ideas, and it's done within the family. The reason this is ideal is because it allows for that informal discussion over employee grievances and stating of desires, and it allows for all of that to happen in a much more informal fashion. The desire for the informality is what allows for it to be more of breaking down that ideology that you're my boss, I'm your subordinate, and it allows for more informal, team-oriented communication. Also, to be something to take into consideration would also be the learning styles of the leadership. If, for example, you have someone who's more visually styled in their learning, perhaps they wouldn't do as well as a CEO or a head of the organization, but they would do very well in charge of media, publicity, and other areas that use the visual strength that they have for the company. And it would utilize a lot more of the individual's set skills to go more in compliance with the company. Anyway, I would like to thank you for your consideration in this job, and I hope to hear from you soon.